If you've been doing everything right, eating clean, tracking your food, even working out, and the weight still isn't moving, I want to tell you about a client of mine. We'll call her Tina because what was actually going on with her had nothing to do with food. And once we figured out what it was, things changed for her in a way she didn't expect. Not just with her weight, but with her sleep, her hot flashes, her joint pain, basically her whole life. So stick with me because if any part of this story sounds familiar, you're going to want to hear how we figured it out. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm a registered nurse and functional nutritionist, and I work specifically with women in perimenopause and menopause, especially women who are struggling even though they're doing all the right things. Tina was one of these women. She came to me at 56 years old, had a hysterectomy a few years before, and did not want to go on hormone therapy. That wasn't the route she wanted to take. On paper, it looked like she was doing all the right things otherwise, but her body was telling a different story. Here's where it actually started for Tina. Long before the weight gain, before anyone was even talking about her weight, the first thing that showed up was insomnia. She wasn't sleeping. And like a lot of women, she didn't think much of it at first. We're told that's just what happens. You get older, sleep gets worse, that's life. But insomnia isn't just an annoyance. It's actually one of the earliest signals your hormones are shifting in a way that's about to affect everything else. And for Tina, that's exactly what happened. Not long after the sleep issues started, the weight gain began. And no matter what she did, it wouldn't budge. And I want to be really clear about this part because I think it's the part so many women relate to. Tina was not sitting around eating junk food and wondering why she was gaining weight. She was eating clean, she was tracking her food, she was doing the right things every article and every doctor tells you to do. And nothing was happening. The scale wasn't moving. If anything, it felt like it was working against her. That's incredibly frustrating because when you're doing everything right and your body isn't responding, it starts to feel like something is wrong with you. It's not. It just means the things that actually drive the weight gain isn't food. It's something underneath that. On top of the sleep and the weight, Tina was also dealing with hot flashes and night sweats that were severe. I mean, severe. She would get into the shower and stand under cold water just to get some relief. That's how bad it had gotten. Her hormone levels were very low at this point, but since hormone replacement therapy wasn't something she wanted, the medical route ended up being medications instead. At one point, Paxil was brought up as an option for her hot flashes. She also ended up on Veoza, which is one of the newer non-hormonal options for hot flash management, but it comes with some real concerns, especially around liver toxicity. And Tina knew deep down that masking the symptom wasn't the same as fixing what was going on. Now, here's the part that really gets me, because this is the part that affects quality of life every day. Tina had hip pain that was so bad she could not even sleep on her side. If you've ever had hip pain like that, you know it's just not uncomfortable. It changes how you move, how you sleep, how you feel in your own body. And this is something I see constantly with women at this stage. Joint pain, hip pain, stiffness, it gets written off as just getting older or just wear and tear. But when it shows up alongside insomnia, hot flashes, and stubborn weight gain that won't respond to diet, that's not a coincidence. That's a pattern, and that pattern points to a root cause. So let me ask you this. As you're watching this, is there a piece of Tina's story that sounds like your story? Maybe it's the insomnia that started before anything else. Maybe it's the hot flashes that medication hasn't really fixed. Maybe it's the joint or hip pain you've just been living with. Drop a comment and let me know which part hit home. Because I read every single one And honestly, recognizing the pattern is the first step. And that's actually the exact thing we do on a body review call. We sit down, we look at everything you've got going on, not just your weight, but the sleep, the hot flashes, the joint pain, all of it. And we map out what's actually connected and what's likely driving it. If you're sitting there thinking, okay, but what about me? The call is where we figure that out. I'll drop the link below so you can grab a spot if you want to go that route. But let's keep going because I want you to hear what actually shifted for Tina. When we dug into what was going on with Tina, a few things stood out. She had a hypothyroid issue that hadn't fully been addressed, and she was also pre-diabetic. Now, individually, those things sound manageable. But when you put them together with low hormone levels from the hysterectomy and the fact that she wasn't on hormone replacement therapy to help buffer any of that, what you end up with is a body that is working against itself. Blood sugar regulation is something I always look at first, because if that's off, it affects your thyroid, it affects your hormones, it affects your sleep, your energy, your inflammation levels, basically everything. She'd been treated piece by piece. The hot flashes here, the thyroid there, but never as one connected picture. So once we started addressing things in the right order, here's what happened for Tina. She is sleeping through the night. That insomnia that started the whole thing, gone. Her hot flashes and night sweats, resolved. No more steaming and cold showers in the middle of the night. Her joint pain is almost completely gone. And that hip pain that kept her from sleeping on her side for so long, that's resolved too. She's sleeping comfortably again. And the weight that wouldn't move no matter what she did, that started shifting once her body was actually working with her instead of against her. She didn't go on hormone replacement therapy. She didn't change her effort. She changed her approach because she finally had the full picture. And I want to be honest with you. Tina's specific combination, the thyroid piece, the pre-diabetes, the hysterectomy, that's her picture. Yours might look different. Maybe your sleep is fine, but your energy is wrecked. Maybe it's the weight and the joint pain, but not the hot flashes. Maybe you're on hormone replacement and still struggling, or maybe you're like Tina and that's just not the route you want. Everyone's picture is a little different, and that's exactly why I don't believe in guessing. That's the whole point of a body review call. We sit down and actually look at your specific picture the way we look at Tina's, so you can stop wondering what's going on and start understanding it. If you're tired of doing everything right and you're still not seeing results, and you want someone to actually look at the full picture with you, click the link below and book your complimentary body review call today. It's about getting clarity on what's going on inside your body, and it's the conversation that started everything for Tina. I'll see you on the call.